Hi everyone, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to work on practicing determining whether this alkene is either cis or trans using the algorithm we learned in the previous video. So just a reminder, cis means on the same side, trans means on the different side. So okay, let's just jump right into this. Identify the carbons that are making the double bond. We've got this guy and this one. On each carbon, we're going to examine the groups bound and rank them in terms of increasing priority. Okay, so on the left side here, this is relatively straightforward. Bromine has a higher atomic number than oxygen. And so bromine here is going to be our winner. Where this gets a little bit more difficult is on the right side. Both this carbon and this carbon are exactly the same. They're carbon. And so what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to have to move outwards and try and find a difference, because in all honesty, from visual inspection, you can tell that an ethyl group with 2 carbons is very different than a methyl group with only 1 carbon. So instead of simply looking at the atom which is directly bound to the carbon, we have to look at what's also bound to that carbon. So this carbon up here is making a bond to carbon and 2 hydrogens, in addition to being bound to the double bond down here. This carbon down here is bound only to 3 hydrogens, in addition to being bound to the central carbon here. So we can say that, okay, because carbon has a higher priority than any of these 3 hydrogens here, we're going to rank our ethyl group up here as our higher priority than our methyl group down here, because carbon has a higher atomic number than hydrogen. And remember, initially both of these were carbon, so we had to work our way out to what was attached. So in step 3, we're going to go ahead, draw our line representing the rigid plane, and we can see because the bromine and the ethyl group, which have the highest priority, are on the same side of our rigid plane, these represent a cis alkene. Okay, in the next video, we'll try and tackle one that's a little bit more complex than this. See you soon.